Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Nitya Gaura Haribo Haribo Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Hari Bol. Welcome you all for Srimad Bhagavatam class. Hari Hari is going to be happening after a couple of weeks. It's I think more than a month. Seems like I forgot myself where I was. So I recapping myself. Okay, where I left. So but let's go to the chapter number 25, because we didn't finish that chapter because it has lot of details. So before starting this chapter, let's have a prayer. No, Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraet Nashta Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtraki. Hare Krishna. So continue from that 25, the chapter number 25 from the canto number 3, and we were learning about the devotional service. And these are some of the challenges of Devahuti, right? I don't know how many of now remember, because I myself I'm telling that I forgot, because there are a lot of bhajan, kirtan, sandhya, there's so many things happen, but we skipped couple of classes. So just to recap, what did we learn as part of our the message from the Devahuti is Devahuti. We discussed there's one thing, her relation with the Kapila Muni and Krishna relation with Yashoda Mata, right? So that Vatsalya ras, Yashoda Mata didn't know that the Krishna is her son as a Lord Supreme himself, right? She was always thinking that he's my dear son, and always taking care like a son, that Vatsalya, that mother-son relation. But here the thing is, Devahuti, before he born, she know that my son is going to be the Supreme Lord. That's the one of the best. I think if you know that, okay, our son is, or daughter, or maybe someone neighbors, if he and she is the like a Supreme Personality, then our intent, the consciousness will be completely different. The same thing happening with the Devahuti. And she was saying that because of your Maya, there is a one sentence very clearly. She was saying that because you created that Maya, and that Maya is disturbing me, and help me how I can come out of that material thing. How many of us, we think in the same way, go to the Lord, because Lord, you created the Maya, give me that strength so that I can detach myself. So that devotional service is Devahuti wants to get the more answer from there. So in this chapter, the chapter 25, it has a lot of details. That's what I was keep on telling. Please read the purport also, because all the purport we cannot take. Prabhupada gave tons of, like a lot of purport. for each shlokas, and there are a lot of meanings. I'm going to touch few of them, but still, I would encourage you to go to this chapter, read all of them. So we did a couple of shlokas, but today I'm going to start from shloka number 19, and then we will go to towards the end of the chapter, and then we will read. So in summary, it's nothing new that the challenges what Devahuti is really wants to discuss and get the answer from the Lord Kapila. One thing is she was saying, one of the question here, which we already discussed in the last also, help me because my mind is disturbed. This is one thing is, our mind is always disturbed. But now Devahuti, who is sitting in front of the Lord Supreme, when she knows that he's the Supreme, still she's having the disturbance. And think about us. We are not in that yuga. We are in the material. We are attached to so many things. Our mind is completely disturbed. But still we are not fully agree and go to in front of the Lord and say that my mind is completely disturbed and I'm attached to that one. Please help me. And please guide me so that I can detach from that one and attach to the Krishna. And Prabhupada, one of the purport he mentioned, I think in the 19th or the 20th of the shloka, he's saying that the person is attached to the material thing, he's in the material consciousness. If he's attached to Krishna, it means Krishna consciousness. Very simple word, but the way the Prabhupada wants to mention that one, this attachment we cannot kill. He word used as a kill. I cannot kill that attachment. I have to dovetail that attachment from our materialistic thing to the Krishna conscious thing in the devotional service. Let's take one example. Yesterday also I covered in one another class. So in our material life, this question, please listen to this question, is very important. We all born in the different world, different state, different family, different mother and father. Everything is came to us by our karma. Whatever the pious activity I did, and we all are fortunate that we got the human form. After so many millions of birth, we got this human form because of some pious activity I did in, I don't know which birth, but we got this birth. So now I think some fortunate our children, they bought in America with a lot of good opulences. They didn't have to see those challenges. Would we all suffer and face in our life? Like our challenges is maybe we are in the good family, challenges everywhere. Because if we are from the developing country, from the developed country, there are a lot of difference, right? The kids, our kids, most of our kids, they enjoyed that thing. But now, based on our karma, we all got this nice body, correct? And this body is come with lot of packages. There are many things we got it. Some of them, they are very rich celebrity family and this or that. I'm talking about, let's see, who are in front of me right now. So there are 4 common things we all got it. Just listen to these 4 things. One is the wealth. Everyone got. Some got like in the couple of thousands or lakhs or $1 million. Wealth is always part of my karma, that I should be born in my celebrity family or in the rich family or the middle class or below middle class. Some or other way, we born in that family. So wealth is part of my karma, which I got. Second is my body. We got female body, male body, or beautiful body, strong body, whatever the bodily thing is, again, I got based on my karma. Correct? And third is my relationship. Everyone got the very good mother, father, brother, sister, relatives, and everyone, right? The part of the package. And some of the karma, we got the very worst relatives who are giving us all the kind of challenges. Some of them, they got that also, right? The third thing, the relationship is part of the thing. From the childhood, you are seeing the challenges because of your family and relatives. And some of them, they are so peaceful, nice, they are very cooperative. So that baggage is also came as part of our karma. What is the 4th item? Anyone want to guess? What is the fourth thing you got? There are many things. Anyone can guess.
Fame.
Our spiritual bhakti bank balance from the previous life.
That is the one, that part of the spiritual, Partha Priya says, yeah, because of that, these four are, we are now connected because of spiritual. The fourth is our mind and intelligence and the knowledge. The mind is the one from childhood, some of them, they are extremely talented. And for some of them, you can teach them anything, their mind is not captured. In our case also, you go for preaching, right? We preach to our family, friends, relative. Their minds is not grabbing. They were saying that मैं तो इतने में ही खुश हूँ, अपनी तो पूरी जिंदगी पड़ी है, 65 साल में जाके देखेंगे, अभी करने का क्या जरूरत है? तो उनका माइंड जो है ना, that is not in that mode to utilize this life properly. Some of them are like by birth हम बोलते हैं talented है, he's a very good leader, he's good speaker, communicator, he's so talented. If we see one time, he can grasp everything, like photogenic memory. है ना, जो हमारा माइंड भी है, as based on the karma, Krishna will give the knowledge. As Krishna says in chapter 15, right? Knowledge I will give. So these four things we got it. So now my question is, if you have to give up one thing now, which one you will pick? इन चारों में से अगर आपको आज एक चीज छोड़ने के लिए भगवान कहते हैं, तो किस चीज को आप छोड़ेंगे?
People may have different
चारों नहीं
answers,
छोड़ेंगे, भाई
but
चारों चाहिए अपने को, तो है ना. What is the
but
one thing?
Wealth.
Who said wealth? Partha Priya Prabhu. Okay.
no, I did not say wealth. I will say if I can leave my body and go back to Godhead, that
Got
will be
it.
the
Okay.
first thing.
No,
I'll do
but
it.
that, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you put
Yeah.
the condition. If I will get the Goloka Vrindavan, I will try leave my body. That everyone will leave that one.
Yeah.
Parikshit Maharaj will also say, I will leave body today.
Exactly.
Don't give me 7 days.
Yeah.
So now, so now the thing is, wealth is the one. अगर हमारा थोड़ा कोई पैसा हमारे पास $1,000,000 है, कोई कुछ couple of $1,000 ले लेता है, अरे कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है, छोड़ सकते हैं. पर हमारी पूरी जिंदगी, मतलब जो है, that I'm talking in Hindi. So this the thing is, so our entire life we are chasing for the wealth only. But that's what we are saying is the least priority, but the entire life we are chasing for the wealth. Who's saying that, oh, I do not need wealth? That is the fourth lowest thing. Krishna himself says that wealth is in the fraction of a second, I can make you millionaire, I can take everything from you. The second is my body. Everyone is staring at the mirror at the everyday morning. Okay, मैं कैसा लग रहा हूँ, वैसा है, bodily. बहुत सारे चीजें हम लोग इसी body के पीछे. And these all four things are materialistic bound actually. Only karma is giving you based on your pious activity which you did in the previous birth. So lowest in this category is the wealth. But we make wealth as the top priority. We never chase. The mind is getting the knowledge and make this life successful is our topmost priority, which we are all doing it. Correct? So our top priority is to utilize this mind. That's what I'm going to come back to the Devahuti, that her mind is disturbance. She's not talking about, she is in the front of the Supreme Lord. She's not talking about the wealth, my body and my relative, my husband or Kardama Muni went to the forest. She's not talking. She's talking about my mind is so disturbed. Please guide me how I can focus at your lotus feet all the time. So these four things, everyone we got it in the different categories. कोई बहुत strong, बहुत अच्छा bodily है. Some के relations, they have very good relatives. They are very supportive. They have the good friends. But at the same time, we should be focused to get this knowledge, this supreme knowledge, so that we can not come back to this birth and death. And Krishna and Prabhupada repeated in the devotional service, the benefit of the things. And at the same time, Prabhupada is mentioning that the person who is not taking the devotional service, we learn many times in our Bhagavad Gita, if we don't take this one, then our life is more like animal, because they're also doing the sleeping, having the children's and enjoying things. But they are not having that mind, that intelligence लेने की जो क्षमता है, They don't have it. And only in this human birth, because of some pious activities we did, maybe I was telling here Madhu also sitting here that while chanting, I was thinking that what are the things we did in our life so far, till the birth, till now? What are the spiritual practice? What are the seva I did, which I think I should be proud of? There was a one motivational speaker. Somehow, he was. It was not motivational. I think I got this statement: if today you dead and the people came to your house, what do you want them to speak about you? What they will say? Are ye banda so and so tha. And maybe verbally he was really pleasing, but behind the literally what he's saying, अरे अच्छा हुआ चला गया, दुनिया पे बोझ बना हुआ था. एक ये स्टेटमेंट होता है. दूसरा होता है, ही सो वैल्यूएबल पीपल, ही एडेड सो मच ऑफ वैल्यू इन माय लाइफ, यानी ही वाज हेल्पिंग कॉन्शियसनेस, ही प्रीच टू द पीपल, like Srila Prabhupada, our Guru Maharaj. There are so many acharyas. We always remember the Bhakti Vinoda Thakur, Haridas Thakur, that they added the value which will last for thousands and thousands years. What we did so far from the birth till now, the people will remember by one thing. We don't want like thousands of the items. What I added in someone's lives, or what I did in my preaching practice, what I did in my devotional service, what are the services I did, what I did really, the people should remember. Right? That will come from your consciousness. When you attach to the Krishna, Krishna will help. And Krishna is helping only through the our spiritual masters. When we pick the our teacher, and then and the associations of the all the senior, then they will guide you that what you can do to add that value to the other's life. This is one of the questions you should always asking every day morning, that today if I have to go, what the people will think, what I really added in the devotion, not in the material life. I'm not talking about. I think most of us, we are in the seva mood. We want to help other people, but how in the spiritual way I'm adding that is spiritual in someone else's life. This question I heard like a couple of years back, but I always like thinking that if I have to do, if something happened to me, then what the people will think. Okay, did I really add it? Did I preach what my Guru Maharaj said? And this is the responsibility of each one of you. We all are like practicing from more than, I think, 6-7 years. So now we are in that mood or the mindset. I think most of you are preaching now, but we need to expand. How I can bring one sincere devotee to this journey. Maybe he cannot be successful. Maybe we are not be successful. But at least our consciousness is that he should be successful, not in this life, maybe many life, like we got this human birth life. So that person may get human birth immediately and practice and preach again. So coming back to the Devahuti now. Devahuti, this entire chapter is talking about the devotional service. And he's not talking about any materialist thing. She was only talking about, my mind is disturbed. Please help me. And let's read the shloka. So this shloka, let's start from shloka number 19. And we can take it from there. Give me 1 minute. I will just bring that shloka, and we will read all the things what Kapila Muni is talking about. And Kapila Muni is, the way the language is mentioned here, it's so simple. It's not very complicated. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna will sometime rotate you, like make you in puzzle. Okay, one time, okay, just sir, me patram pushpam phalam toyam. And the second time, okay, no, if you do complete surrender, then you have to forget about all your pap, all the sinful things, right? But here he is very simple. Your mind should be focused where? Right? So I will go with the videos. Partha Priya Prabhu, I see you the first person. If you can read three shlokas, then I think everyone will get the opportunity. Starting from 19, chapter number 25, shloka number 19.
Shloka number 19. Okay. Do we read the
perfection.
translation only or purport?
Yeah,
also?
only the translation.
Only
Prabhu. Only
translation.
translation. 3 translation, 19, 20, 21.
Sure. Hare Krishna, everyone. Perfection is self-realization cannot be attained by any kind of yogi unless he engages in devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for that is the only auspicious path. Every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul. But that same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotee, opens the door of liberation. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies, he is peaceful, he abides by the scriptures, and all his characteristics are sublime.
Very nice. Amit Prabhu. Next 3 shlokas.
Text 22.
22, 23, 24. Yes. Prabhu.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Such a sadhu engages in staunch devotional service to the Lord without deviation. For the sake of the Lord, he renounces all other connections, such as family relationships and friendly acquaintances within the world. Text 23. Engaged constantly in chanting and hearing about me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the sadhus do not suffer from material miseries because they are always filled with thoughts of my pastimes and activities. Text 24. O my mother, O virtuous lady, these are qualities of great devotees who are free from all attachments. You must seek attachment to such holy men. For this counter for this counteracts the pernicious effects of material attachment.
Thank you, Prabhu. Prasanna Mataji. Okay, let's discuss about this one. Who is sadhu actually?
Yeah, he's engaged in the devotional service of Lord without any deviation. Right?
That is very nice. So, यहाँ पर साधु का मतलब क्या है? भगवान बता रहे हैं कि the sadhu always engage in the chanting and hearing, and he is detached from all the family thing, which is very difficult in this Kali Yuga because we are with that one, but at the same time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Charitra Amrit, he was saying that you should be with the family, but make your place as a Vrindavan. You make as a Mathura. So you should practice along with your family members. Here the attachment is, we are literally attached that, oh, without his, oh, मैं तो खत्म ही हो जाऊंगा. ऐसी वाली भावना नहीं होनी चाहिए. You are living with them, you all are sadhu, and you are practicing the same thing which you want to please the Supreme Lord. That's the thing. The sadhu we all are sadhu. We all are practicing the bhakti yoga and practicing the chanting and the hearing, but we are living together. But we should not be attached to each other. That's what one point is. Good. Yes, Prasanna Mataji.
Prabhuji, 1 minute.
Yes.
A question. So in the 19th, we said perfection in self-realization. The self-realization, how you explain it? Like,
Self-realizations. Okay. So in Bhagavad Gita also, we discuss what is the self-realizations is understanding our own that I'm not this body. Very simple thing. I am the spirit soul. Now I'm realizing myself, because so far our understanding is I am what I said, like the karma is giving this relations, my body, my wealth. We are attaching to this material thing. But instead of that realizations, I'm not realizing myself. Myself is the soul. Correct? So we are always attached to the other things, but not to ourselves, not understanding ourselves, which is today also Gita Mataji's class, who is the enjoyer and who is the knower of this body. We is Supreme as a Paramatma is inside, and our Jivatma as our soul is inside. I need to understand that one. That is my self-realization. Our identifications. Current अगर हम किसी को पूछते हैं, okay, what is your name and so, right? In the medical form also. Oh, I am from Indian background, Asian or this, male, female, this or that. So our identifications goes with my bodily thing. But here self-relation is towards our soul, who is things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yes, Prasanna Mataji.
Text 25. In the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. This real devotion and devotional service, then real devotion and devotional service begin. Thus, consciously engaged in devotional service in the association of devotees, a person gains distaste for sense gratification, both in this world and in the next, by constantly thinking about the activities of the Lord. This process of Krishna consciousness is the easiest process of mystic power. When one is actually situated on that path of devotional service, he is able to control the mind. Thus, by not engaging in the service of the modes of material nature, but by developing Krishna consciousness, knowledge in renunciation, and by practicing yoga, in which the mind is always fixed in devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one achieves my association in this very life, for I am the Supreme Personality, the Absolute Truth.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Here, Lord Kapila is still giving the answer to the Devahuti because the mind is disturbed. And she really wants to know what is the solution, how I can come out of this mentally disturbance thing. We are also disturbed, right? In the material world, we have the disturbance is caused by when we are the childhood, we have the disturbance of our homework, school, and all the activities. And as we will grow up, then the disturbance is caused by our work. What kind of work is there? And in the work also, we have multiple different kind of politics and this or that or work pressure. That is giving the pressures, right? That is giving the disturbance. So we do have disturbance in the every steps. So that disturbance is only be evaporated or completely clean only by when you become like a sadhu, when you hear about the things, when you chant about the Lord. And the Krishna is giving that very simple with it. He's not asking, okay, he's just saying that when you practice the Krishna consciousness, just knowledge in the renunciation and practice the yoga in the mind is always be fixed in devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we already know that one, how we can fix our mind, how we can stable our mind only by the sadhu sangha. In the sadhu sangha, we are practicing Shravanam and Kirtanam. When we hearing this one, this class is, we all are helping each other. Because of this class, I read like twice this one. Okay, what are the key points we can really understand and practice in our day-to-day life? That is the important. Very nice. Rajiv Sham Prabhu. Rajiv Sham, and then I'm seeing all of you. Okay, Rajiv Sham Prabhu, please, 3 shlokas. 28.
Sure, Prabhu. Should we just split one verse?
You can make like 2, 2, 2, all 3 of you. I don't know how many of you. I can see only you now.
So text 28. On hearing the statement of the Lord, Devahuti inquired, what kind of devotional service is worth developing and practicing to help me easily and immediately attain the service of your lotus feet? Text 29. The mystic yoga system, as you have explained, aims at the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is meant for completely ending material existence. Please let me know the nature of that yoga system. How many ways are there by which one can understand in truth that sublime yoga?
Let's pause here. Thank you, Prabhu. So why she's asking this question? 28. what kind of devotion service is worth developing and practicing to help me easily and immediately attain the service of at your lotus feet. She is the daughter of, you know, who is the father of Devahuti? Manu, right? Swambhavu Manu. And she is coming from the higher celestial planet. She knows all the practice. And her husband is Kardama Muni, who is the one of the topmost sages in their kind, with the power, influences, and he knows in all the three worlds. And she is the mother of Lord himself, Supreme Lord. Still, she is asking this question: what is the easy and immediate way I can do attain the service of a lotus feet? This is very powerful, actually. These questions coming out of mother of the Supreme Lord. She is asking now, and she's saying, I'm disturbance. So these are not only for her. She knows this one. This is all the plan and the Leela of the Lord himself, that she should be asking this question for our benefit. In very simple way, she is asking, what is the easy way how I can surrender? After hearing that one, now the Lord Kapila, after one or two shloka, I think Lord Kapila is giving very simple way, that which we all know that one, but we have to make in our day-to-day practice how we can attach to that practice, how we can detach from the material world. As I gave you the example, our karma gave 4 things, but how we can make best bargain of that one, how we can utilize all the 4 items, how I can utilize my wealth, how I can utilize my body, how I can utilize my all the relatives, kids, my relatives, all the relations, friends, to progress in the bhakti, and how I can utilize my mind to get the knowledge. These 4 things are given as part of my karma, but at the same time, I can dovetail all 4 of them to practice in my devotion service. This is the same thing Devahuti is trying to get that or extract that answer from the Lord Kapila, so that we can be fully 100% devotion service and never come back. And there is a one statement that this devotion service, Kapila Muni says, that it will break your birth and death. A simple word. Right? And this is repeated in many Puranas. If you see that one, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that one, Sarva Dharma Parityagya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vaja. And in the Bhagavad Gita, in the beginning of the Kunti prayers, there also Kunti prayers, the Krishna is saying the same thing. If you do this one, you will come back. So breaking the birth and death cycle is not only coming from our Bhagavad Gita. This is coming from all the literatures, wherever we will go, and every acharyas, our Goswamis, they are giving that instruction. So this practice will make us best bargain for us. We are giving the material thing, but we have to dovetail all 4 of them, our body, our relation, our wealth, and our intelligence, so that we can go back and serve at the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. Thank you, Shyam. You anyone in your Anika Nisha, they want to read?
Yeah, Anika Nisha will read.
Perfect. Please go ahead, Prabhuji. 2 slokas you can do.
My dear son Kapila, after all, I am a woman. It is very difficult for me to understand the absolute truth because my intelligence is not very great. But if you will kindly explain it to me, even though I am not very intelligent, I can understand it and thereby feel transcendental happiness. Sri Maitreya said, after hearing the statement of his mother, Kapila could understand her purpose, and he became compassionate towards her because of being born of her body. He described the Sankhya system of philosophy, which is a combination of devotional service and mystic realization as received by disciplic succession.
Very nice. Thank you. Next one.
Yes. Anisha.
Lord Kapila said, the senses are symbolic representations of the demigods, and their natural inclination is to work under the direction of the Vedic injunctions. As the senses are representatives of the demigods, so the mind is the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The mind's natural duty is to serve. When that service spirit is engaged in devotional service to the personality of Godhead without any motive, that is far better even than salvation. Bhakti, devotional service, dissolves the subtle body of the living entity without separate effort, just as fire in the stomach digests all that we eat.
Very nice. Thank you, Anika Anisha. So let's take 2 or more shlokas and then we will discuss. Karthik Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Text 34. A pure devotee who is attached to the activities of devotional service and who always engages in the service of my lotus feet never desires to become one with me. Such a devotee who is unflinchingly engaged always glorifies my pastimes and activities. Oh, my mother, my devotees always see the smiling face of my form with the eyes like rising morning sun. They like to see my various transcendental forms, which are all benevolent, and they always talk favorably with me. Anishi reading. I've seen that charming forms of the Lord, smiling and attractive, and hearing his very pleasing words, the pure devotee almost loses all consciousness. His senses are freed from all other engagements, and he becomes absorbed in the thus inspire others' unwillingness, creation without separate endeavor. Thus, because he is completely absorbed in thought of me, the devotee does not desire even the highest benediction obtainable in the upper planetary system, including Satyaloka. He does not desire the 8 material perfections obtained from mystic yoga, nor does he desire to be elevated in the kingdom of God. Yet, even without desiring them, the devotee enjoys, even in this life, all the offered benedictions.
Thank you, Anish. Kirtana is okay. Perfect. Yeah, let's 2 more shlokas, Kirtana, and then Snigdha after this.
The Lord continued, my dear mother.
Can you come little closer to the laptop or laptop? This was sound, yeah. Anish
The
also I
Lord
forgot to ask.
continued, my dear mother, devotees who receive such transcendental opulences are never bereft of them. Neither weapons nor the change of tongue can destroy such opulences. Because the devotees accept me as their friend, their relative, their son, preceptor, benefactor, and supreme deity, they cannot be deprived of their possessions at any time. Thus, the devotee who worships me, the all-pervading Lord of the universe, in unflinching devotional service, gives up all aspirations to be promoted to heavenly planets or to become happy in this world with wealth, children, cattle, home, or anything in relationship with the body. I take him to the other side of birth and death.
Very nice. Thank you. So, what kind of wealth or opulences Lord Kapila is talking about? Did anyone focus? Okay, Karthik Prabhu. Yeah, little louder, Karthik. Yes, what opulences he's talking about?
I mean, cattle, family, anything, everything which is associated with body,
Yeah,
children, family, home, cattle.
correct. Okay, thanks. Anyone else wants to add? Okay, so the opulences, like, what is the thing any thief cannot steal from our house right now? If he can come and I will say, okay, jo lootna hai, loot lo. वो क्या चीज है? What is the thing he cannot take it from my house?
Consciousness.
One is consciousness. What else? Yeah, your consciousness.
Anything non-material, right?
Anything non-material. So if it is not material, what are the other thing you are talking, Amit Prabhu?
Body, yourself.
Huh?
He will not take you and your family.
No, he can take you.
He can take you also, yeah. What he cannot take? Let me ask
Your
Parthapriya.
mind, intelligence, your spiritual
That's
bank
it.
balance.
Mind and intelligence. Our knowledge he cannot take. If whatever the bhakti you did, he cannot steal. That's what the Krishna is talking about. No matter what. How much of the wealth you have bank balance, it can be wiped out in a second. But if you have a bhakti, which you already accumulated in this birth, what we are doing now, Sadhu Sang, right? Shraddha Sadhu Sang and the Bhajana Kriya. These things, if you accumulate as much in this birth, if you have to leave this body, you are going to carry forward. You will take along with you. No one can steal.
No, that
What
is
is the,
your
there is
karma, right?
no, हम कर्मा पे थोप नहीं सकते उसको प्रभु जी. वो है हमारी भक्ति. वो कर्मा, because of karma you got this body. Now because of some pious activity, Krishna helping, let's say Krishna is helping you through the mode of, through the channeling, through, okay, Lila Krishna will guide you. He picked me, I am fortunate. So similarly, we have Archana Mataji, Partha Priya, and Rajiv Sham. They are also Krishna picked to preach other people. So we are fortunate, but you are more fortunate that because of your pious activity, you are getting the association of devotees. So the knowledge what you are getting from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Puran, and the association of the senior devotees, no one can steal. Now think that whatever you did in the previous birth, because उतना करने से ही आपको इतना मिल गया, तो now if you do more, just think that what kind of pious activity it will take you to the next level. Maybe you will born in, if worst case is, I would say that we all can see each other in the Goloka Vrindavan. But due to some reason, we have to take a birth. I wish that I want to take a birth in the devotee family. From childhood, I should start practicing. So that wealth, that opulences, no one can steal. And that will give me the next level. Like we send our kids to the school, right? First grade mein nahi rehne dete na. We will ask them to, okay, go to the second grade, third grade. So our birth is, first birth is, let's see, human birth. Second birth, maybe like a Jat Bharat. He was in the Bharat Maharaj. He got the deer birth, but immediately he got human birth because he already reached to the Bhava stage. Bharat Maharaj, that Bhava stage, he fall down because of the attachment to the deer. The deer attachment is not for his benefit. He was like a loving affectionate that us bacche ka kya hoga, right? That was the affectionate make him to birth as a deer. But he already accumulated that much of opulences, his bhakti, that he got the birth of a Jat Bharat. And the other beauty is he remember all the three births. That intelligence, the mind I was talking about, the fourth thing you are getting, that mind, he got that, and he was continue in all the three births, Bharat Maharaj, the deer, and the Jat Bharat. And after that, it went back. There are many stories we will come across. Ajamil story also. He got the human birth immediately in Haridwar, but he remember his previous birth. That is the power of that opulences which you will get by practicing the devotion service. Very nice. Snigdha Mataji.
The terrible fear of birth and death can never be forsaken by anyone who resorts to any shelter other than myself, for I am the Almighty Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the original source of all creation, and also the Supreme Soul of all souls. It is because of my supremacy that the wind blows out of fear of me, the sun shines out of fear of me, and the Lord of the clouds, Indra, sends forth showers out of fear of me. Fire burns out of fear of me, and death goes about taking its toll out of fear of me.
Yeah, can you read the next two of also?
The yogis, equipped with transcendental knowledge and renunciation and engaged in devotional service for their eternal benefit, take shelter of my lotus feet. And since I am the Lord, they are thus eligible to enter into the kingdom of Godhead without fear. Therefore, persons whose minds are fixed on the Lord engage in the intensive practice of devotional service. That is the only means for attainment of the final perfection of life.
Very nice, right? Very simple word. Lord Kapila is saying, just that is the only mean to attain the final destination. To come back to my Godhead, that kingdom of the Godhead, without any fear, you can come. So our practice is, so this birth we should be taking so seriously that this human birth, I don't know if there is no guarantee that I will get another birth, but as much we can get with a small pious activity, when I can get this human birth, so definitely हम सब ने जितना भी अभी तक भक्ति किया है, definitely we will be in the next very higher level. Maybe we will go to the higher planet. Maybe we'll go to the human birth in the devotees family. Or one of the best is we will all go to the Golokadam, right? So we can directly serve the Lord there. So with that, I want to pause here. Anyone has any questions?